Hello again. So, Forrest told us if you get stuck, go back to the beginning. So, where do we begin? And we'll go again, same words, just, maybe you've woken up, maybe you haven't, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Tackle, create, trigger, get ready for the launch. So, can I make it happen? Can I make it begin the way that it's supposed to? And thinking about begin, how would it end? The chest is waiting for the clomp of a boot. So we begin if we can make it happen. And if we can make it happen, we can begin to materialize. Set in stone. Begin in stone. I live near a place called Stone, to be fair. Is it an institute or do you institute? Ah, kick off. You, please listen. You arrive back where you started. You begin back where you started. To arrive back where you started is to be in the same place you began, not 50 miles away, 10 miles away, 300 yards away, 200 feet away. It's to arrive back where you begin or begin back where you arrive. You're in exactly the same place that you started. Be born, also in the poem. It was never an issue in the family because you won't be able to find it on spring break. Let's have some embroidery. Ah, the birth. And some I'm not going to talk about. Ooh, because I don't feel there's a need to. No followers. It is not written down anywhere. It's in my head. It's in my begin. Where I begin, I arrive. I finish where I start. The end is in the beginning, and the beginning is in the end, in my head. Blaze up where warm waters halt. No, blaze up it where warm waters halt. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down. So if at the beginning the blaze is up, when you can start, and you found the blaze, then look quickly down. Ah, Bob. Hello, Bob. Suddenly, life has new meaning to me. There's beauty up above and things we never take notice of. Suddenly. Remember that word? Suddenly. So why is it that I must begin and leave my trove for all to seek? Which could potentially, possibly, if you listen with your ears and see with your eyes, indicate that you are starting something new after taking the chest and going in peace. You took the chest and went in peace, and now Forrest can begin and leave the trove for all to seek, which is something totally separate. Or for some of you who cry like babies and say, no, he's still talking about the same thing. If you go, you begin. So go it where warm waters hold. Either way, listen to what's being said. So why is it that I must begin and leave my trove for all to seek? See, when you've done something, you become tired and weak. But even though you're tired and weak, you have to begin something else. Be forged. Forrest used to use the forge. He used to forge stuff. Is that fake? Or is that in a forge? No. You have to understand the words because words don't mean what you think they do. Succeed it where warm waters hold. Oh, oh, so you are successful at the point that you start? Wow. Show it where warm waters hold. Enter it where warm waters hold. Put in an appearance where warm waters hold. Got to be there in person. Make happen. Can I make it happen? If I make happen what it is that I'm supposed to do, I will begin it because it's concrete. Begin it where warm waters halt and take it in the canyon down. Go down where warm waters halt and take it in the canyon down. Your effort will begin worth the cold. So your effort will start that point that it is worth the cold. It will start that bit that you have to go through that is worth the cold. You haven't already been through it. It will begin that cold that you have to go through. Oh, pan out. Cook. Oh, is that a shall I say it? Shall I say it? A warlock? A witch? A chef? See, sometimes I say things and people don't know what I'm saying, but I know what I'm saying. A mushroom. We're all mushrooms. Raised in the dark, surrounded by manure. End up. Action. Well. Oh dear. Well. How deep is a well? Step out. Be present. Well, if you're present, you must be there in person. Have roots in. Enter the picture. A small picture or a big picture? Prove it where warm waters halt. Exit it where warm waters halt. A redneck with a pickup. Pop, 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 pop goes the question now. Oh, look, chance upon. See daylight. Well, place is in the sun for most of the day, but pleasure isn't. I slip out of the window and down the fire escape. Do, 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 do. Become public where warm waters hold. Oh, look, have as a source. Season. Turn, turn, turn. For every reason, turn, turn, turn. Flash. Ah, he's a miracle. Ding, 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 ding. Something must be obvious to you by now. I wonder who he was talking to. You must begin where you end, or end where you begin. So the first two clues, 50% there, metaphorically speaking. If you already know where you begin and where you end, if you already know that, just go get it. Because if you already know where you begin and where you end, metaphorically speaking, you're halfway there. Just got to go and get it. Must be obvious to you by now. Oh, if you can ascend. Begin it where warm waters halt. If you've been wise and begin the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease. If you've been wise and begin the blaze, remember, blaze up. If you've been wise and begin the blaze, up, look quickly down your quest to cease. Look up, look down, job done. Go get it. So if you've been wise and begin the blaze, wait till the blaze goes up, wait till the blaze goes down, go get it. Make is begin. Can I begin the way that it's supposed to be? No, can I begin it begin? Can I make it happen? I don't know. Define lead searcher. The person that can begin is the lead searcher, the one that can begin. If you define that, if you define lead searcher is the word begin searcher, maybe there is a lead searcher, but you must define the word lead searcher. the searcher that can begin, unlike everyone else who has no idea where to begin. Because no one can think my thoughts, said Forrest Fenn, which means he has to tell you. He told you when he said, I had to look up all the words in that poem. Well, and so do you. To understand anything that Forrest Fenn was talking about. We're back to materialize, crystallize, build. I felt like an architect, built that poem. Put in motion, put in place. Trigger. These words I gave for 4 years. Some sort of catalyst was needed. Well, maybe you need to begin. My father used to breed cows. Something like that was said. Who would you rather have working on your car? Can I make it work? Can I make it happen? Sparky Spark. Lay the first stone off. Set the ball rolling. Uh-oh. Is that a ball of string? Run, Forrest. Begin, Forrest. Never did. Never did begin. I still have faith, but never did begin. Get into your car and begin to the first clue. Is begin the first clue? Drive to the first clue. Get in your car and begin to the first clue. Solve the first 2 clues. So now we have the lead searcher, which is the begin searcher, and we have drive to the first clue, which is begin. And you begin and end. Fashion. Turn to the left, fashion. Turn to the right. Fashion. Crafted that poem. Well, we live in the present and it's a gift. Don't forget the usher. Spare a thought for the begin, for the author. Spare a thought for the author. Because if you don't, how are you going to get started? Bow or bow or father. My father said, who would you rather have working on your car? Out of the blue, though. Mold. You have to begin with confidence. Move with confidence. Don't forget the brew. The cast. Is that a leg cast that was signed? Or is it a cast of actors? Lead the way. Bass. How low can you go? Blaze a trail. Raise the curtain. Fix. Don't squat with your begin on. Complete. How many spurs? Two spurs. Two beginnings. Two endings. Oh dear. So the first draft. Blaze it where warm waters halt. Hang on a minute. Whoa. Everything's saying that once you begin, everything's there. The home of brown, the blaze, warm waters halt, because you begin and end, arrive back where you started, which is where the blaze is, which is right at the beginning. When you begin, you're right at the blaze. If you know where the beginning is, you already know where the blaze is. You don't need much more than that. You began and you ended it where the blaze was, where Homer Brown was, where Warm Waters Holt was, where everything was. Just directions, not places. Taking the canyon down, not far but too far to walk. From there, it's no place for the meek. Just directions. You don't have to go anywhere. You start and end where you start. Dag nabbit. Oh, the draft be at the bottom of. Take the lead. Oh, the frame. People know about framing. Put 'em up, put 'em up. Make that move right now, baby. You gotta make that move. Jump start. Remember, I've done all these before. I even mentioned tart. Jump start the learning curve. When they begin, they begin. Put something in place. Put 'em up, put 'em up. Lay, lady, lay. Never an issue. Poke and prod, remember? Or was it probe? Don't forget the debut. Ended up at Union Pass with that. Union Pass. Wow. Fire! Fire! Oh, I'll take the hammer out. Another trick. Break the ice for them bears. Get one's feet wet. The treasure chest is wet. You don't begin, you don't get. Ah, a signal flare. Need a torch. Whoa, not Darwin. It ain't Darwin. It ain't Darwin. Colonize. Oh, don't forget, founding fathers. It don't become a colony unless there are so many. Rev, does that go quicker? Or is that the vicar? Is it quicker or the vicar? or both of them alive. Bring through, bring to fruition. If you don't have the program, how will you know, Jack? Have a project to do. Something I need to begin. There's a new sheriff in town. A new marshal. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Do, 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 do. Oh, look, the world's a stage, and there's a jockey in it, and a trump. Uh-oh, and a coin. Coin it where warm waters hold. Do it, man, do it. Coin it. There's only a B missing. There's only a B missing. The station. Is that the terminal? The route, the route, the route is on fire. Is that your sacral? God, the car. The angle. Fudge. Who likes fudge? Pull strings. Oh, is that what made the ball fall out? The mandate. Don't forget the mandate. Oh, you need to align. It's very spiritual. You need to be precise and exact. Find a way. Stand and deliver your money or your life. Try in the mirror. Fake it till you make it. It seems some people are trying that, but unfortunately, they didn't make it. Neither did the Masons. Neither did the stamp. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? Or is that Fenn? More, more, more. Or is that an old historical person? Find it. Find it where warm waters hold. What? What? Wait, what? Find it where warm waters hold. What? Wait, what? If you have the Homer Brown, why are you worried about warm waters hold? You know the blaze. Why are you worried about warm waters hold? Whatever it is. I can't remember those things anymore. So long ago. No one, no one, no one is going to stumble upon that chest. No one. No one is going to stumble upon that chest because you have to begin and end in the same king place. No one, comes a bit mute, is going to stumble upon that chest because you can't think my thoughts. You need metal and resolve. You need to shift, drift, and adjust. You have to begin, because if you don't begin, you can't end. Taylor. Taylor Ellison Swift. Come to an agreement. I wonder why. We're only making plans for, should I say? Nigel, not Nigel. If you find the doctor, if you find the doctor, you find the treasure. Oh, didn't we just have the word find and the word doctor and the cook and curry and curry and cook? Ah, we have the bloke who can make shoes cobbled together. Have. That's a good word, isn't it? Have. Spring. Stay. A parent and a patent and a cabal. Make secret plans. And have a DoorDash. Driver. Long chat with the DoorDash driver. Naughty man. Naughty woman. Having a chat. Sorry, naughty people having a chat. I shouldn't say that. Naughty man, naughty woman. Naughty people having a chat about naughty things. But they're only making plans. Not for Nigel. Although there is a Nigel involved, it's not Nigel that's tackle box. If you go online, you see these people, they're talking about exactly what's happening because God's given authority over it. So look at the tarot that you hate. Not your own tarot. Don't do it yourself. Don't do it yourself. And don't pay attention to these people that have been paid to put bullshit information out there. The real people that are getting real messages about what you've done, what you're doing, what you plan to do. Those people that have been asked and given the information to tell the whole world, the whole galaxies, everything. Just energy, just moving through time and space. Nothing is hidden under the sun. The handle. Four candles. Not four candles, fork handle. Oh, have a shot. I never assume. I never assume. I never start it, but I will effing end it. Because my begin, my try is 100% sincere. And if I try something, I sure as well am going to end it. There's another word for well, but my act, not my pretend, a thing that I did, a thing that I am doing, a thing that I am taking part in. Because I go for it. I begin it. Oh, don't forget the buckle. Oh, leading you to the bears. Are you leading us to the beginning? I know you want me to react, but if I should succeed in this begin, can I make it happen? That begin? If people will, if somebody is going to begin the begin, I don't know how many times I've said it. Ah, get your skates on. Is that the ice skating ring? Oh, must be because I just got a message. Give something a whirl. Well, maybe a whiffadoo. Move with confidence. Foster and adopt. Get down to brass tacks. in the back of that truck. Meet. Ooh, that place where. And begin it in the canyon down. Not far. Too far to walk. Hmm. What if you walk down a hole? Why is it that I must go and leave my trouble for all to seek? The answers I already know. I've done it tired, and now I'm weak. Rumble in the jungle. Because if the try is sincere, oh, the wheel is turning. Go the whole pig, go the whole hog. Take a flyer. Oh, Forrest took some flyers out, didn't he? Or leaflets, or whatever. Address. Threw his watch in the field. Oh, hello, Don. How you doing, mate? All good? Good. I'm glad. You have to take the bull by the horns. Cody. Hammer away. Peg. Try to solve it where warm waters halt. Hey, Dizzy. Step up to the plate, man. Oh, those teeth. Pitch into big arm. Ah, so cold, so still, they lay side by side, the killers that died at the gunfight at OK Corral. OK Corral. OK Corral. Hmm. Waiting for the clump of a boot. Is someone going to begin and arrive and find it where warm waters halt? What does waters mean? What does warm mean? Hmm. Okay, corral. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? I got the power. Or is it He-Man? I have the power. Hmm. Not a stirrup, but a bootstrap. Cold boot. Yeah, that's the computer going. Let's say system going. I like to talk about that, to be fair, but not in this one. I want to talk about the Matrix and how it's changed. Okay, corral, so cold, so still. Put your name down. Book. Book it where warm waters hold. Book 'em, Dano. Answer the call. Arrive. Back where you begin. Hmm. So if you arrive back where you begin, and when you arrive or you begin, you find, hmm, or found, hmm, or blaze, hmm, up, down. Ah, wow. You can be in without the G. That's almost knowledge without a D. Can be in but not begin. So you jumpstart the learning curve. You begin the learning curve. Hmm. What is the learning curve? They lay side by side, the killers that die. So you need a catalyst. Hmm. You need to arrive where you begin. Hmm. Well, well, well. Rosetta, are you better? Are you well, well, well? You need to blaze up and look quickly down. In my head, in my head. So why is it that I must begin and leave my trove for all to seek? Because I hit a chest and the quest had finished. And now I'm hiding a trove. A secret treasure that you don't know about. Apparently, because you said you didn't. Obviously, you people know who I'm talking to. Some people don't know what I'm talking about, but some people really do know what I'm talking about. And when I say really do, I mean they really do. I mean they really do. The end is ever drawing nigh. So the blaze. Hmm. How can you prove it by having it nailed down? By actually, I don't know, get to the point where you can begin and end, arrive back where you start. So, flowers. Hmm. Someone's waiting for them flowers. Someone who's old and faithful, waiting for some flowers. Because of something that was found at the start. A lead searcher that could make it happen. That put together women wear makeup. Begin, Forrest, ascend. And that's the issue. That's the exact issue. To ascend. Not to be trapped in this BS by these BS people. To believe in what you knew to be true and not be corrupted in what you were told. Have a drive to succeed. Be secure and in the present. To usher in a new story. Given by the Father. Who wants us to advance. And enter into complete beginning, the real beginning, the real truth. So the blaze is where you start. And if you've been wise and found the blaze, hang on, how difficult is that? Let me think. How difficult is that? Not impossible, but it is difficult to find the blaze. People were looking for the blaze, but how can you find the blaze? But if you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease. So you're already done. The whole point was to find the blaze, and you've already found the blaze before you've done the poem. You've already found the blaze before you've done the poem. Because the blaze, begin, the blaze, already found, is where warm, oh faithful, erupts, spouts, waters. What does water mean? Waters mean. You've already seen the blaze. You've already seen it. It's in the word begin. You already know that you start and you end, or you arrive, you start. You've seen the word start, seen the word end, arrive, and ends up, and all those other ways that mean it. So you found the blaze where you begin because you were wise, and you know that those few words are all you need to find the answer. So all this bullshit that you people talking about, which is obviously bullshit, is just what I say it is. It's bullshit. And all of these efforts that you're trying that you think are going to confuse anyone, nope, nope. Because Forrest said, I looked up all the words in that poem. Why? Why? There isn't a difficult word in there. Maybe halt. I was limited on the words that I could use. No, maybe tarry. But I can assure you, as I have gone alone in there, nah, don't need to look it up. And with my treasures bold, nah. I can keep my secret where and hint of riches new and old. Do you see how that works? Like there is no way, none, zero. that Forrest had to look up those words, unless he was not telling you how to find his treasure. He was hiding his treasure. He wasn't telling you how to find it. He was hiding the fact that you cannot find it unless you look up all the words in the poem. Because, listen, because words don't mean what you think they do. Listen, let it sink in. For fuck's sake, let it sink in. Words don't mean what you think they do. So why the fuck? Why on God's green earth, beautiful earth, why would you believe a single word that's in that poem? Listen again. Words don't mean what you think they do. So anyone who says that they solved the poem, how did you solve it? Listen, how did you solve it using the words in the poem? That's impossible. Because the words don't mean what you think they do. So whatever you think, remember, no one can think my thoughts. Whatever you think those words mean that you read in the poem, as I've gone along in there and with my treasures ball, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you think they mean, that's not what Forrest was thinking. Because you can't think his thoughts. So you have to look up all the words in the poem. Because then, only then, will words mean what they're meant to mean. Because apparently they don't mean what you think they do, and nothing is as it seems. So anything that you do, anything within the thrill of the chase that you do is wrong. Anything that you've seen, anything that you've read, anything that you've heard, if you've heard it in the way that it was given, you're wrong. Because you were told it isn't that. Words don't mean what you think they do. So anything that you read in regard to the thrill of the chase is incorrect. If you read it in the way that it was presented to you. Anything that you saw in the thrill of the chase, if you saw it in the way that it was presented to you, is wrong. Anything that you heard in the thrill of the chase that was presented to you, and you took it that way, is wrong, because nothing is as it seems, and words don't mean what you think they do. Which means, listen, you're wrong. You were always wrong, and you're always going to be wrong. That's not me being clever. That's just me being honest. If you don't want to listen to simple facts, simple facts, words don't mean what you think they do. Why the effing hell do you believe what is being said in the thrill of the chase or anywhere? Listen, it's no different with the media and the BS that they put out. Nothing is as it seems. They give you a whole load of crap and you believe it. Or they don't tell you the truth. Like how big a success that strike was on Iran. And how necessary it was. Now, I say that very lightly, to be fair, because I don't think we have to go to war with anyone. But in this matrix, no, in the matrix that you are living in, there is a need for the BS to play out in the way that these, however many you want, elites, masons, politicians, whatever you want to call entities, whatever you want to call them, and be fucking aware. Be absolutely aware that I know there are some good people, elites with money, who are absolutely 100, if not more, 100% for the good of mankind. And I take my hat off to you and I respect you for what you're doing. Absolutely. There are good people in your three-letter agencies, or whatever you want to call them, wherever they are all around the world, whatever. There are good people doing good things to bring about a new earth. Please don't think when I'm talking to these evil sons of bitches that I don't recognize, admire, respect, fucking love you people that behind the scenes are fighting the good fight, who are out in the truth about our history, who are bringing to justice these people. Now, I didn't want this to be about that because this is about Forrest Fenn, Major Forrest Burke Fenn. This is about what was set up as part of an evolution of mankind. Now, in my own mind, I believe 100% that Forrest Fenn, Major Forrest Burke Fenn, set this thrill of the chase up with a spiritual understanding. Somewhere along the way, now, Forrest could have known this because he said a necessary evil. But what I do know is this ends soon. And when you arrive back where you begin and know the place for the first time, it's over. In order to ascend, you have to go to the bottom, to the very bottom. You have to face everything, accept everything. And when I say to people, you have to love yourself, all the bad things that you've done, all the bad things that were done against you, I don't mean you have to, like, if you go around doing bad things, killing people or whatever, or trafficking children or women or whatever, I don't mean you have to love that. I mean you have to accept that is the person that you were and love the person that you're being now. By changing, by being someone you can be proud of, not someone you hate. By accepting that person you hated is dead. For every death, there was a new beginning. For every tower, there was a new beginning. And until you accept that child, until you accept everything that happened, and then release it so you can climb higher and higher without any burdens. And I don't say it's easy because you have to do it properly. Now, again, I don't forgive nobody. I've no need to forgive anyone. Stop asking for a human forgiveness. It doesn't exist apart from forgiving yourself. Judgment comes from a higher authority. There is no judgment You cannot cast a stone. You cannot cast one unless you haven't sinned yourself, and we've all sinned. Therefore, who are we to judge another? All we can do, listen, unconditional love. You love yourself unconditionally based on everything that you've learned about yourself and trying to be a good person. And that's where your unconditional love comes in because you love you more than anything without condition. You are who you are, and you expect everybody else to be exactly the same who loves themselves without condition. And that's the unconditional love. But you can't love somebody else unconditionally. It's impossible. It's impossible. There is nobody out there that is perfect. No one. Nobody is perfect, not even me. Nobody's perfect. It doesn't happen. And we don't even know what perfect is because we've been lied to. So the best you can do is love yourself unconditionally and love everyone else, knowing that they have flaws and knowing that in some instances, those flaws will stop you loving them. And that love is different. Maternal love, paternal love, fraternal love, sisterly, brotherly, friends, materials, pets, animals, nature. Love is so different, so powerful and yet so different. To love someone unconditionally means loving the color of the skin, their hair, their eyes, the nose, the mouth, the lips, the size of them, whatever it is, and then the way that they are. And that's impossible. Because while somebody can look absolutely perfect, and I mean perfect, like your ideal person, beautiful and sexy, whichever way you find sexy. Some people find big people sexy, some people find thin people sexy, and some the happy medium, whatever. But this person has everything in all the right places. And then they open their mouth and they say some horrible things, or they've done some horrible things. And you don't love them like you used to, like you thought you would do because of how they look. Now, please listen. Trying to help people and they're not listening. You trying to make somebody look ugly. Actually, I've got what's that? So do you think that someone's going to stop loving me because I don't look good? They don't think like you. Those looks won't matter. I'm not going to stop loving somebody because of their looks. See, what you should have focused on, what you should have done, what you wanted to do, is make them evil like you. It didn't matter how good they looked. Nobody would love, well, somebody would love them. People like yourself would love them, but so it's a simple truth that I talk and people don't want to listen. That's fine. I don't care. I don't ask you to believe a single word that I say. But I offer you truth. What you do with that is up to you. You don't have to subscribe to me, although I do appreciate and love, those people that do. And you don't have to give me likes, although I won't say them again. I don't do this for that. It's not the journey that I'm on. These are facts. There is nobody in the thrill of the chase that can tell you the truth the way that I've told you it. And it reflects on everything that Forrest said. And all the bullshit that you put out there will not sway me from the truth. I know the story. and the real story and the true story. I know it. And so does Davy B. Well, to a point. I'm not sure how um, spiritual Davy is. But with regard to the bullshit, he knows the bullshit. And God favors those people. I know, Davy, you probably don't think that he does, but you got a car or van or truck or whatever you call it, which is something you didn't think you can have. And these things are part of a gift. Some people don't want much in life, and they're probably better off. And some people want everything in life, and all of it is achievable. Those who ran the Matrix went about it the wrong way. Jealousy, greed, envy, whatever it was, doesn't matter. That all stops. Sometimes you just have to ask for help. Sometimes you just have to ask for the things that you need and believe that if you are worthy, you will receive them. Don't spend your life hating on people, being envious of people, resenting people because they've got something. Excuse me, confirmation. Try to have it for yourself. No such thing as I can't do this. I'm proof of that. No such thing as, well, God won't smile on me because I'm such a bad person. I'm proof of that. Most of the people in the Bible are proof of that. Most of the chosen are proof of that. Their lives haven't been easy and they're not saints. I'm not being disrespectful to them, I'm just telling you the truth. Most of them have been homeless, like rock bottom, bad place, and we all know why. And if that's where you are, then you know the way up the mountain because other people have gone up that mountain. And those people that have gone up the mountain, they don't want bad for you. They don't wish harm on you. They don't wish pain or misery or suffering. They don't want that for you, even though that's what was inflicted on them. All comes from within. You believe there's a good person inside you, then find that person. And if you don't believe it, try and find that person. And if you know for a fact you sold your soul to the devil, I don't want to say the devil, you sold your soul, and the being that you are has nothing inside you to offer, at least think about your family and the children and their future. Because their future is not worth nothing. Not worth nothing. Is worth nothing. Their future is worth nothing because of the debt you owe. Not because of anything they've done. Well, maybe some of them because you taught them to do it, but don't bring that shame and that burden on them. Do it. In fact, if I were you, I'd claim it for yourself. I take every burden that is the karma that is being brought upon you and your family and claim it. That one act of kindness. Even if you don't have it in you, even if you don't feel that you want to, just do it. If you're not going to work with the new earth, then you won't be part of the new earth. If you allow the sins, is it the sins of the father? I think if you watch Batman, which one was it? Oh, I don't know. One of the later ones with the Riddler. There's a lot of similarities between fighting for what's right and what isn't right, and the way that you go about making things right. It's one thing to make things right, but you have to do it in a righteous way. There is nothing, there is nothing that's happened in order to retake the matrix that has come from evil, except the evil that these people are doing to themselves by trying to throw it out and getting it back. So you begin where you arrive, or you arrive where you begin, and know the place for the first time. That's in the physical or in the spiritual. You know you for the first time, really know you. You have half a chance. Now, if God is on that high mountain and it's the task to find, to reach God, and you're at the bottom, then know that people have done it. People have done it throughout history and in the present day. People have done it. Whether you believe in God or not, I'm not going to, I want to say it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether you believe in God, whether you believe in the God, the one with the grey beard and the robe or whatever, doesn't matter. If you believe in a God, that's what matters. If you believe in source, that's what matters. If you believe in the universe, that's what matters. If you believe in Mother Gaia, nature, love, whatever it is that makes you want to climb the mountain, then believe in that and climb the mountain. We are all energy. Everything is energy. We are all one. Climb the mountain, for fuck's sake, climb it. No woe is me. No, I'm a victim. Everything is a lesson. This place that we live on, called Earth, it's a school. Everything's a lesson. Even those bad things are good, and you should be grateful for them. Because those are the things that teach us. And I know that divine timing sucks. It never seems to get here, and that's because we don't learn. If you fight against the lesson being taught, it will take longer to reach the top. If you keep trying to avoid that step up, you'll forever go across the mountain or back down the mountain. There are no shortcuts. So each lesson, as bad as it is, and as horrible to face as it is, must be faced and must be learned before you can take the next step up. And that starts with know thyself. And I can assure you now, there are some things that you won't remember. Excuse me, there are some things that you won't remember that have affected your life. And then, when you're in that moment of, you'll remember that that's something that you haven't put to one side, something that you haven't faced and released, not put to one side, faced and released. Best way up the mountain is to have no burdens. The heavier your load, the harder it is to climb up the mountain. So release what doesn't serve you, friends, family, loved ones, those people that are making your life toxic or bad. You need to let them go. No regrets. No regrets. Otherwise, you're never going to climb, ever. Because they'll just weigh you down. They'll be hanging on to you. You won't be able to get up. Too heavy. You have to let them go. And you have to know why you have to let them go. Because they're not doing you any favors. It's people that beat the crap out of you. They don't love you. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. Those people that put you in dangerous positions, they don't love you. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. Those people that make you do bad things, they don't love you. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it, etc., etc., etc. And you have to face all of them. You have to ask every question. Why did I do this? 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 And then you get to know, well, hang on, I didn't actually do it for me. I did it for so-and-so, or so-and-so made me, or blah, 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 whatever it is. But you have to know you. Then when people say, oh, you did this in such and such and such, such and such and such a year, you say, yeah, I know. And I learned from it. I'm in a better place now than I was then. And most importantly of all, it doesn't matter what they think. Two people you need to worry about. No, two things you need to listen to. Mom and dad and you. And by you, I mean the intuition that you have, the voices that you have, the good voices, not the bad voices. Listen to them, climb the mountain. And when you get to the top, you'll be in a great position. You'll be in the position that you're in now, not now, before. You'll be in that position. There's no toxicity. You're not going to keep trying to hold on to something or trying to attain something because you're already happy with it. If you're the best person you can be, you're the best person you can be. You don't have to worry about anything else. And if you're the best person you can be that has material things around you that please you, great. If you're the best person that you can be that has love around you, great. If you're the best person that you can be and you have health and happiness, great. If all of those things, that be the best person you can be. Because if you're happy with that person, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't. It just doesn't. Like you don't have a care in the world in regard to what other people think. because you let it go. This world isn't about what other people think. It doesn't matter what other people think. And please don't flipping use that as well. I can do this and I can do that. And I can do the other. Of course, it matters in that sense. You can't go around doing the bad things that are being done, but you can go around being a normal person who wants to learn dark and light. Because we're dark and light. That's it. Has to be. Yin and yang. Has to be. You have to be the other side of the same coin. And we have to learn, experience this matrix. The matrix isn't the problem. The problem are the people in control of the matrix. That's the problem. Like the matrix can be anything you want. You can, I told you before, get a computer game. You can start the game and you can make it be whatever you want it to be. Whatever land you want, whatever people you want, you can make it be whatever you want it to be. So you are then the creator or co-creator with the Most High God. You create the environment you live in. And if you're worthy, you get the opportunity. You get to be on the other side of the screen. Press the fucking buttons and make it all happen. As long as you begin where you want to arrive. As long as you're starting in the right place, you will get to the right place or correct place. If you start in the correct place, you'll get to the correct place. Thrill of the chase was a finish where you start. Thrill of the chase wasn't make up your own rules. Wasn't make up your own ending. It was simple. Don't need any shortcuts. You're already there. You just have to believe that you're already there. It's the same old start as you mean to go on. So some people need a death, a tower, or whatever. Don't mean that death, you know. No condolences to those that have passed away, but an end of one cycle for another to begin, like the mind said. So, firstly, you need to start at the beginning. Get lost, go back to the beginning. The beginning is not Adam and Eve. Can't be. Just can't be. So what was the beginning? From that, excuse me, doesn't really matter. But from that, there is a creator. That's the first thing that you need to believe in. There's no Darwin's evolution. Bullshit. Can't be. It's impossible. If life evolved from that single cell, then we would be trees, plants, flowers, whatever. We'd be fauna as well. And that isn't the case, which means life started in different ways. Must have done. Must have done. Like that's just simple truth. If Darwin says we evolved from this, and this, and became this, and this, then how do you account for everything else? How do you account for the ocean? How do you account for the trees? How do you account for the grass and the flowers and corn and clouds and stuff? How do you account for all of it? How do you account for the fact that even from Darwin, you would have to have a man evolving from a monkey, chimpanzee, whatever, don't care, it's bullshit. A man evolving and a woman evolving at exactly the same time. Two humans, exactly the same time, evolving, and then From that, a child. And from that child, another child. And from that child, another child. From that child, another child. So the genealogy, please listen, the genealogy of people from Africa and Asia and Europe and anywhere else, whatever, Australia and New Zealand and all those places, totally different. Totally different. And if the animals went two by two, why aren't there kangaroos on Mount Ararat or wherever it was? Why aren't there polar bears there? Why aren't there flipping panda bears there? Why aren't there whatever? Which means it's bullshit. It has to be bullshit. Either all the animals didn't go on the ark two by two, or it's bullshit. Can't be true. Otherwise, they would exist in that place. And even if they became extinct in that place, they wouldn't exist in other places. They just wouldn't, because the earth was flooded and all the animals were in the ark, even if they were just, genes, cells, clones, whatever, however. So we should know that what we've been told is BS. So if that's BS, why not believe the truth or what the possible truth is? And even if you don't want to believe there's a possible truth, you have to know that what you're being told is a lie. You have to know that. And if you know that, then you have to question it. And if you question it, you tend to find out the truth. Difficult, but not impossible. If it becomes impossible, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. If it's impossible for you to say, yeah, this happened because of this, this, and this, then it didn't happen. Unless a higher hand did it. And if a higher hand did do it, why did the people lie about what took place? So one book for one God, one set of rules. I know people talk about scripture, this, that, and now, and it's been doctored or changed. It doesn't matter. One God, one book, one beginning. Begin and you arrive at the same place. If there is, please listen, if there is one God who created all things in his image, then you must be God. You must be. Even if you're not the Most High God. Listen, so that would be saying, if your father was God, then you would be God. You'd be the Son of God. And you would be a God, because that's his name, God. And that makes you God. Whatever your father can do, or mother, sister, mother and daughter, whatever that is, then you can do that. You have the same abilities as the person that created you. So that makes you God too. You're not your father. You're not that. But if you follow in your father's footsteps, or mother, you can do exactly the same things. And that's how simple it is. You arrive where you begin. You begin where you arrive. You're born and you become God, or you are God, but you be able to do the things that God did. Doesn't make you your dad. Never does. Never will. It won't make you dad. but you are son of dad, or daughter of dad and mom, whatever. So you're able to do those things. The only problem is in this matrix, we're taught not to be dad and not to be mom. We're taught not to be those things. And that will change. And from birth, that spark, that moment, please listen. What came first, the human or the egg? Not a chicken. What came first, the human or the egg? At that point that the sperm and the egg meet, that spark, an explosion, that light. From that point, you start becoming God. And when you're born into the light, conceived in the dark, born in the light, or conceived of the light, and born into the light, however you want to look at it, doesn't matter. The important thing is once you're in the light, you stay in the light. You're not taught to live in the dark, which is what we became. Remember Super Mario, the mushrooms? We're mushrooms. We live in the dark. We grow. Everything that we're supposed to learn in the first 7 years is taught out of us. And we forget that we are the son of God, daughter of God. And we're taught to be part of this false matrix because the people in charge of the matrix want to believe that they're God. I didn't want this to be this sort of video, but it's just the way it goes. Sometimes you're led down a road and you have to walk down it, follow those footprints. So the blaze is right at the beginning. You didn't have to do all this bullshit that you went through. It didn't happen. It shouldn't have happened. You begin where the blaze is. You look quickly down, you get the chest, and you go. That's your soul. Done. Finished. Over. And you know that by the words that are in the poem. It tells you where it is, tells you why it's there. Well, not why it's there, but you know what the blaze is and why you look up, look down, etc. And how to get it. It's in a place where people will not normally go. Ah. From there, it's no place for the meek. Ah. But Terry Scamp with Marvel Gaze. Ah. So you get all the information. It's not a place to go. It's a direction. You're already where you should be, and you're just being told about the place that you're already at because you begin and arrive where you started, same place, all the same place. Which is why the Homer Brown is so important. Grafton Tyler Brown. Which is why it's so important. Already there. You know the Homer Brown, why are you worried about where warm waters halt? No. If you have the Homer Brown, why are you worried about warm waters halt? And if you know what the blaze is, why are you worried about warm waters halt? So if you already know, why are you worried about anything? Once you know what the blaze is, I can't remember what was said now, but once you know what the blaze is, you're already there. And if you begin, that's the blaze. If you begin at the blaze, all of that stuff that you've read, granted, you have to know where what the blaze is, which is just that line. Just know that line and that's it. That's your soul. If you already started at the blaze, you begin and you arrive where you started and you know what the blaze is, it's done. And the rest of it is just saying, in this area, this, and this, and this, and this. Not go off somewhere else. Solve the first two clues, you're 50% there. Solve the first two clues, walk right by the chest, blah, 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 which means anybody that has a solve that is past clue 3 and taking them somewhere else is wrong. All this bullshit that they're doing these videos about and talking about fucking crap and trying to make this fit to this and that fit to that and this fit to this, fucking bullshit. And I don't even know why they're trying to believe that they've got anything, or in, more ways than one, in the fact that they've got anything that can say they're the solver, or in the fact that they can make the solver or the person who knows believe that, maybe they're wrong because they're not. So once you're there, solve the first two clues, 50% there, metaphorically speaking. Once you're there, gone past the chest, two clues, solve the first two clues, gone past the chest, etc., etc., etc. Nobody who talks about the thrill of the chase is talking anything that is truthful. It's just made up BS that's either in their head or that they were given to say to try and confuse someone, which doesn't work. So the only people that have said the truth have the truth. Anybody else that is putting out videos is just putting out BS. Because even when they do all of this, even when they do, it does not correlate with what Major, Forrest, Burke, Fenn said. And in the first instance, it's in a place people would not normally go. Doesn't matter where you say your solve is, doesn't matter where you say it is, someone's going to go there. Someone's going to go there. So it has to be in a place you wouldn't normally go. Has to be. So forget all the bullshit. Forget everything that people say. The place that you wouldn't normally go, that's where it is. Solve the first two clues. That's all you need to do. It's simple. That's all you need to know. It's nailed down. That's all you need to know. Your best revenge is me wearing a bracelet. That's all you need to know. It's in a safe place. That's all you need to know. Because all of those words tell you the answer. Just like this tells you the answer. So you have a couple of words. Is there a word that is key? Is there a word that is key in the poem? Yes. There's a word in the poem that is key. But you need all of them. How is that possible? How is it possible that there is a word in the poem that is key, but you need all of them? One of them won't take you there. So there is a word that is key, but you need all of them. It doesn't make it that key then, does it? If I need them all. Unless they're different words. This word is in the poem. This word is in the poem. Found is in the poem, etc., etc., etc. Now, if you begin and you found it where you began, or you find it where you find it where you begin, or found it where you begin, you've already found it at that word begin. Because you found the blaze at that word begin. And you know what the blaze is because you're at warm, which is comfortable. Now, you don't have to believe it. I don't care. I know what the truth is. And if you deny that it's the truth, then you have a different agenda than just finding the answers to the thrill of the chase. And by the answer to the thrill of the chase, the original answer that you look for, not the true answer, the secret treasure, trove, whatever, however you want to look at it, not that second answer, the first answer that was for the lure. There was a chest, there had to be. Forrest said there was. He would be done for so many things, for lying and creating that without there being a true chest out there. No proxy, no bullshit that these people talk about. There had to be a chest out there. And he didn't say there was a chest of treasure out there. He said, I hid a chest. So there had to be a chest out there. A bronze chest. There had to be a chest out there in the Rocky Mountains in one of those 4 states that he talked about. There had to be a chest out there. None of this bullshit, lost in thought, and there wasn't a chest, and there was a proxy, and blah, 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 whatever. It's in the sun for most of the day. The place itself is in the sun for most of the day, but the chest is not. Not in the sun for most of the day. Not in the sun for most of the day. Not. Just not. Just isn't. Don't care what you say. Just isn't. And if the thought is inside your head, it isn't in the sun for any part of the day. Even if you are, it isn't. Listen, but even if it was in the sun for most of the day, even if it was, you can't be in 2 places at once. It's in the dark. Always in the dark. Never in the sun, unless you're in the sun. We agreed to say it was found in Wyoming. And you live in another place? How the heck did you find it there? You would have had to be in Wyoming to find it there, to agree that, or for whatever reason that was, that it was Wyoming. Now, if your thought was Wyoming, and somewhere else, how's that possible? How's it possible? It's not possible. You can't agree to say it's in one place, but it's in another place, because that's 2 thoughts. 2 thoughts, 2 places. And one of those would be in the sun and one of those wouldn't be in the sun. So again, it falls down. Whatever the reasons are, however those things are that you say, whatever it is that you try and make out that it is. Well, I said it was Wyoming because of this, but really it's in Montana, or I said it's Wyoming, but really it's in New Mexico because of whatever. Trying to work out why you said it was in Wyoming, or why you agreed to say it was Wyoming, whatever the statement is. But yes, either there is a reason why you say it's Wyoming, or there isn't a reason why you say it's Wyoming. Now, you can say that one of them is Wyoming if there's 2 treasures, if you know what the trove is. If you know, so why is it that I must begin? Remember, go is begin. Why is it I must begin and leave my trove for all to seek? After, take the chest and go in peace. Take the chest and go in peace, finished. Why is it that I must go? Why is it that I must begin, start again, do something else, and leave my trove for all to seek? So the only people that are telling you the truth are the people that tell you this. The poem is a map, 100%. Not just of Earth, not just of Wyoming, not just of Montana, not just of New Mexico, but of the galaxy, the sun, moon, stars, whatever. The poem is a map. And if Forrest did all this, I don't know how he did it. Unless, please listen, unless a power, I don't care what you think this power is, I don't care if you believe it's on a fucking mothership. I don't care where you believe the power is. But a power much higher than Forrest gave him that information. Even if it was his own family who are in the spiritual realm. Even if they said to Forrest, listen, God said, got a great idea. How's about you doing this? I don't care how it came about. But it wasn't set up by a man. There is no way. There is too much in that poem. There's too much in that poem for it to be written just by a man. I'm not saying Forrest couldn't have done it. I am saying the information came from a higher place than what we know of as the human mind. Now, I've already proved over and over and over that everything that I've said exists in that poem. I've already proved over and over that everything that I've said exists in the words that Forrest Fenn used, which includes all the scrapbooks, which includes his videos, those outtakes that we've been fed. I've explained those and how they relate to the truth. What the bullshit that you people keep coming up with, to the truth. And I don't care if you believe it or not, but I'm supposed to put the truth out. I've put the truth out. And I don't have to care whether you believe it or not. And I don't have to get wound up by you trying to attack me or do whatever it is that you're doing. And I don't need to worry about you trying to attack my love life or whatever. And I don't need to worry about you trying to make me ugly or them ugly or whatever. I don't think like you do. Only a narcissist would think that if they made somebody look ugly, they wouldn't be loved. If they could put information out that said this person was horrible, they would think this person is horrible. Because energy is more powerful than those things that they hear, see, or read. What they feel will tell them what kind of person we are. So stop thinking in the way that you think, in this 3D matrix way. Start believing in love and the creator of all things, responsible for love, peace, harmony, beauty, whatever, serenity, tranquility, serenititas, tranquillitas, however you want to see it. If you don't believe, I don't care. I don't mind. I don't judge you. It's not something that even enters my head. If you behave in a bad way, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to judge you. Like, people want to talk, want to say, want to admit, want to make known, whatever it is, however it is, don't care. And they worry about how people are going to react to them when they tell them the part they played, how it went down. I already said, I don't judge no one. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I already know. Like, you're not going to tell me something I don't know. You're not going to tell them something they don't know. They already know. They already know. And if they were going to judge you, they've already judged you. And if they were going to forgive you, they've already forgiven you. Me? No, I don't care. Haven't judged you, not forgiven you. Don't want your apology, because probably not even a true apology anyway. Don't want it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, you're worrying over nothing. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm good. Worry about yourself. Get yourself right. That's the best thing you can do. Your life is going to shit because you're worried about what's happening in my life or their life, whatever it is. Worry about your own life. Actually see the red flags for what they are. Hear the warnings for what they are. Like, listen to what you're being told in order that your life doesn't get worse. Even though for some people think, oh, it can't get any worse. But it can. Because the more that you behave badly, the more karma you inflict on yourself. And then it gets worse. And the better you behave, the more likely your life will improve. I don't mean, please listen. I don't mean just behave good because you think that your life's going to be good if you behave good. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Remember, the umbrella's been moved and you're seen for what you are. So you have to behave in a way that is truthful, which means going inside, finding out those things that you did wrong, accepting who you were, and try to be somebody different, and ask for help. Not from me, not from me, not from those people you've hurt. Don't ask for forgiveness from them. Don't ask for them to, have mercy. Don't ask for any of that. Sort that out for yourself and sort it out for a higher power. Sort it out with the higher power. Turn to that higher power that put you in the position you're in because of the things that you did. The only person that's going to get you out of the problem that you're in is you, because you're the person that put you there. Or you're the person that allowed to yourself to be put there to learn the lessons that you needed to learn in order to climb the mountain. And your life is harder because the less you listen, the harder it is. The more you listen and take in, the easier it is. And it becomes easy to climb the mountain. Each lesson learned is another step up, another step up, another step up. And it's not the end of the world if you sin, as long as you understand that sin and try not to do it again. It's the repetition of it. It's the knowing of it and the continuation of it makes it worse. We all make mistakes. We all falter. But knowing about it, understanding it, addressing it, accepting it, moving on from it being a lesson that you had to learn. So the lesson is, arrive where you begin. Know thyself. That's the place you have to start. Once you align yourself with who you are and a higher power, life gets easier. If you don't have that alignment, then you can't learn the lessons. And if you don't learn the lessons, you can't have that alignment. So you have to know there is a place to start. And at that point of starting, you will arrive within yourself. So I thank you for watching. Again, told you the truth. Don't care whether you believe it or not. Don't squat with your spurs on. It is what it is. The truth is the truth. Doesn't matter what you want to spin on it. It is the truth. The mountain is the same mountain for everyone. Just that some people start many miles away from the mountain. Some people will start at the bottom of the mountain, and some people will start halfway up the mountain. But the point is, we all have lessons to learn, and you won't get closer to the top unless you learn those lessons. I've given out lessons for 4 or 5 years, and I don't have to. I don't have to help people. I don't have to. I've been called to, but I don't have to answer the call, and I don't have to be chosen for the call. I don't have to be, many are chosen, many are called, few are chosen, whatever it is. So I don't have to act in a way that I can be chosen. I don't have to do that. Don't have to do that. I can ignore it all and go, stuff it. No, I'm all right. Stuff everyone. I'm all right, Jack. That's not who I am. So, and I'm not trying to blow my trumpet or anything like that. Please don't say that, because that wouldn't be doing me any justice at all. That is not what I'm doing here. Trying to tell you the truth to help you. That's all I've done. Try to help you for 5 years nearly. Just try to help. And really it is 5 years. Like this sort of time, 5 years ago, in 2020, I started to tell you the truth. I started a video channel, told you it was all black and white, yin and yang, good and bad, but good and evil, male and female, whatever it is, ABCs. Just look up what ABCs mean. I've tried to tell you absolute truth behind the nothing is as it seems. Nobody wants to listen. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just keep doing it until, if one person hears, then it's all good. But, we're at that point now where The end is ever drawing nigh. So thank you for watching. It's all good. Well, I think it's all good because you have to hear me all and listen good. Ciao for now. Take care.